Hello, good people. This is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker, coming back at you live once again from the Lone Star State with another edition of the Media Mike Speaks. All right, good people, the time is 54 minutes past the hour, and yes, we are the voice of the everyday citizen. All right, good people, breaking news. BRITTNEY Griner, I can't never get the name right, is about to stand trial in Russia. Yes, she's standing trial. Finally, yes. And I did an update on the New Justice Media channel, so go ahead and check that out. But anyway, I had to comment on this because one of my subscribers asked me, she's now standing trial. So I did the update on her case, but now she's arriving in court. And she's standing trial now, so we're going to see here. So I wanted to give my 2 cents on this, thanks to my subscriber. I said, yeah, let me go ahead and do an update and my 2 cents on the fact that she is standing trial. Now, what they're saying now is the biggest days in Griner's life have finally arrived. Her drug case trial in Russia has begun, and it appears she chose to send a loud and clear message with her fashion for the monumental moment. Yeah, so if we're going to talk political here, and she's saying that she's being held as a political prisoner, then I guess you are rocking the Jimi Hendrix shirt saying you're making a political statement. Okay. Now, cameras at the courthouse in Moscow captured Griner in the minutes before the trial officially began Friday morning, and they showed the WNBA superstar rocking you're taking my word, a Jimi Hendrix t-shirt for the occasion. While we're sure Griner is a big fan of the musician's work, I'm pretty, she's 31 years old. I mean, maybe her parents listen to her. I don't know. It seems that she's, who's been detained in Russia since mid-February after authorities claimed she had hash oil in her luggage at an airport, but she did, but hey, you know how that goes, was attempted to send an I'm innocent note to the world. You'll recall Hendrix as you can see, here's a photo of Hendrix arrested in Toronto back in 1969. Well, when they use the word you'll recall, who in the hell are you talking to? This is the 21st century, number one. Number two, that was the 20th century. Number three, that was 1969. How many people were born that you're speaking of at the present time back in 1969? I was only 2 years old. Even though I grew up listening to Jimi Hendrix in the mid-70s, I was only 2 years old when he was detained in Toronto, Canada, which has a sister relationship with the US of A. So, now he too allegedly had drugs in his bags at an airport. Hendrix eventually stood trial in the case but was found not guilty based on, number one, most likely, allegedly, his musician status. Number two, us in Canada have had a very good working relationship in the past, pretty much. But this is not Canada, number one. Number two, this is Russia, who we've not had good relationships. I don't know if we ever had. So anyway, Griner, who's facing up to 10 years behind bars, if convicted on the charges, is clearly hoping for a similar result in her drug case. And see political statement. And it may work out. I don't know. Friday's hearing reportedly lasts around 2.5 hours and is scheduled to continue next week. U.S. officials said at the courthouse following the proceedings that Griner told them she is in good spirits and is keeping up the faith. Griner's other half, meanwhile, spoke with CNN on Thursday night ahead of the important hearing. What's her name? It's supposedly her alleged Sherelle, significant other wife. And stressed she still wants to get in front of Joe Biden to make sure he knows just how important Griner is to her fans in America. I don't think Joe Biden gives a damn. I mean, he pretends, but no. Now, she goes on to quote here, good people. He has the power. He is the person that ultimately will make the decision for BG to come home. I guess that's what they call it, BG, she said. And so while everyone else wants to tell me they care, I would love for him to tell me he cares, unquote. That man doesn't give a damn. Now, you probably voted for him, ma'am, so suck it up and deal with it. Now, her other half, BRITTNEY Griner's other half, said that she is both struggling and terrified as she awaited trial in her case. Okay, but she just said she was in good spirits, so get it together. Now, Another WNBA star breaks down in tears after seeing Griner in shackles. So, first of all, stop. Like you had never seen anybody in handcuffs before. This is why I get in all this. Oh, well, my God, just to stop the BS and grow the hell up. And stop trying to get your 15 minutes of fame. So, anyway, also a spokesperson for Putin says Griner is not a political prisoner, and she's not that she's not being held like that, because the act was committed before the war. It's my understanding, which is true, which is true. But also, Dmitry Peskov, Putin's spokesperson, goes on to say, he told NBC News, Brittney's detainment, is simple. She broke the law and is being held accountable, just like hundreds and hundreds of Russian citizens that were sentenced for carrying hashish, I guess. Peskov then asked, why should we make an exemption for a foreign citizen, unquote. Good point. Putin's spokesperson also said there are many Americans living legally in Russia. Good point. They go on to say Griner, who violated Russian law, and now she's being prosecuted, according to Peskov. It's not about being a hostage. There are lots of American citizens here. They're enjoying their freedoms, but you have to obey the laws, unquote. They did strike back on that one, good people. That's true. Now, here are my thoughts here. And I'm going to get on off here because I got somewhere to be. All right, look. If she does beat this, if they work this out for her, I don't think she's ever going to be able to come back to Russia. Or go back to Russia. I don't think she's going to be allowed back in Russia. If they allow her to beat this, if this goes in her favor, her basketball career is over there. Now, that should take it to some account. She played ball over there, even though, played for the opposite team, American citizen. But I don't think she's going to be allowed to come back over there. If this happens like that, she's not going to be able to come back. That'll be her punishment. She's banned from Russia. And they have the power to do that based on this. So she will give up her bag over there because she makes more money over there than America. She's going to give up her bag for being stupid. Yes, Miss Griner, you're an idiot. You have all things in the world going for you. A superstar in both countries. And you blew it for doing dumb shit. Until next time, this is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker. Subscribe, share, and like to keep me rocking on the mic. Have a good night.